and welcome to day 3 of our series, The 5 People Who Have Influenced Me. Harold Ling, also known as HGL or Ling, was an accountant who served the charity Scripture Union for many years in various capacities. As far as I can remember, he was at different times overseas director, Bible reading director, and finance director. He loved the fact that on one occasion in India, a large banner with the words Herald Ling emblazoned across it welcomed him and his party as they approached town. It was the custom that the Christian Union of the university I attended would hold breakfast meetings from time to time, which gave us the opportunity to learn about practical aspects of Christian work. The speaker on this occasion was a minister who'd been involved for some years with what was then called the Children's Special Service Mission, which these days is called Scripture Union Holidays. I learned that at several seaside places around the country, teams of young people would gather and spend part of their summer holiday taking part in activities with holiday makers and local children. This sounded fun, and later that day I found myself being gently interviewed and allocated to a team in Perranporth, which I'd never heard of, in Cornwall, where I'd never been. There was a training day a few weeks later, and there I was introduced to Mr. Ling, the Perranporth team leader. A firm handshake, a welcoming grin, and a lasting friendship had begun. When I arrived, I began to see what Christian teamwork could achieve. We were called workers, and indeed the work had begun earlier when we were sent a list of 200 Bible verses to be learnt by heart. Are today's young evangelists this well equipped, I wonder? Everyone had a part in the day's programme. We were told to find someone different to sit with at meal times, no cliques, and everything was obviously bathed in prayer. I met people there who've stayed lifelong friends, and a few years later I met my wife, more of which tomorrow. Mr. Ling showed me how to talk to children, both individually and as a group, and he had the knack of seeing his team as individuals, picking out their various gifts. I stayed in that world for several years. It helped me as I trained to be a teacher and in my early years in that profession. Throughout that time, Mr. Ling kept in touch with letters, advice, and a big party every Christmas. I eventually led a similar group in another town. That overlaps with tomorrow's influencer. You may like to know that letters CSSM not only stand for Children's Special Service Mission, they're also rumoured to stand for Come Single, Soon Married.